The elements are attacking Russia. A weather Armageddon is wiping the occupiers off the face of the earth. Weather cataclysms are becoming more frequent. Scientists have made a shocking forecast. Temperature shock in Europe, plus 46 and above. Deadly heat is gaining momentum. I'll tell you all the details in a moment. Greetings! This is Ukraine Today. I'm Victoria Panchenko. Recent events. Punishment for Ukraine. They are scooping water with buckets and drowning in their own cars. Moscow and Minsk were flooded due to a heavy downpour. The streets turned into rivers, and for some, cars became a trap. Help pull them out, because the cars literally started floating away. They did. Oh. Utirka is a river now. A river. He's talking. This is a sea. This is a river. Look, people are swimming in a patriot. At the same time, lightning also showed its power, causing a series of large-scale fires and even a blackout in the Moscow region. Here are some scenes of the weather apocalypse for your attention.
voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today. Join us now.
In Moscow, near the Ostankino television tower, lightning struck a residential building. The thunderstorm continues and weather conditions remain unstable. Incidentally, both Europe and the United States are also suffering from weather disasters. In particular, scientists have already predicted the recurrence in the future of the tragedy that took place in Texas. The consequences of the devastating flood in this region have not yet been fully studied, but climatologists are already calling this tragedy further proof of how global warming intensifies weather anomalies. The situation in Texas is not an exception, but rather a glimpse of the future. Such events will become the norm. We need to be prepared for more destructive disasters, American scientists emphasize. More than a week after the devastating flood, the death toll has risen to at least 129 people. 166 people remain missing. In just one district, Kerr, which suffered the most from the natural disaster, authorities have reported 103 deaths, including 36 children.
Get out of there immediately. Get out of your car right now.
Oh my dear God.
Holy ash, this is crazy. Fuck, wow.
That's fucking damage. I'm getting out of here.
In turn, the unusually abnormal and intense heat wave that has significantly gripped the entirety of Europe has consequently caused a substantial threefold increase in deaths that are directly attributable to the pervasive pollution that undeniably contributes to the ongoing global warming crisis. Shocking details coming up in the report. During the intense heat wave that swept over Western Europe at the end of June, more than 2,000 deaths related to extremely high temperatures were recorded in 12 major cities. This was reported by Reuters, citing preliminary results from a study by scientists from Imperial College London and the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. The analysis covered a 10-day period that ended on the 2nd of July. During this time, temperatures in many regions reached critical levels. In some parts of Spain, temperatures exceeded 40 degrees. In France, large-scale forest fires raged, and millions of people experienced severe heat stress. According to scientists' estimates, at least 1,500 deaths are directly linked to climate change. It was climate change that made the heat wave more intense. In cities like London, Barcelona, Madrid, and Milan, temperatures rose by about 4 degrees higher due to global warming than they would have been without its influence. Experts used epidemiological models and historical mortality data. The calculations took into account both the direct effects of heat stroke and cases where the heat exacerbated pre-existing illnesses. Scientists emphasize that official statistics do not always reflect the true scale of the problem. Many heat-related deaths simply go unrecorded. That is why the results obtained are preliminary, but they are based on scientifically validated and peer-reviewed methods. Notably, Western Europe experienced the hottest June in recorded history. The average monthly temperature was almost 3 degrees higher than during 1991-2020. The first heat wave peaked in Western and Southern Europe between the 17th of June and 22nd, while the second occurred between the 30th of June and the 2nd of July. During the most recent heat wave, air temperatures exceeded 40 degrees Celsius in several countries at once. In Spain and Portugal, it reached up to 46 degrees. According to the European Climate Service, June 2025 became the third hottest June in the world since records began. In Western Europe, it was the hottest June in history. In many regions, temperatures exceeded 38 degrees. Such a level is considered to be very severe heat stress. Experts warn, due to global warming, heat waves in Europe will become more frequent, more intense, and will affect an ever-increasing number of people. By the way, during the record heat of 2022 in Europe, scientists estimate that up to 61,000 people may have died. This once again proves that current government efforts to adapt to extreme weather conditions are insufficient. The main cause of such climate changes remains the accumulation of greenhouse gases, mostly due to the burning of fossil fuels. This leads to an overall increase in the planet's temperature and makes heat waves increasingly dangerous for people's health. However, these scorching records have not reached Ukraine. And although fires have raged here as well in the Mykolaiv region, according to meteorologists, a brief cold snap is expected again soon. That's all the news for now. We look forward to your comments, more to come. Stay informed about the main events and hit the like button below the video. Wishing you peaceful skies above.